Telling you guys a story about one of the numerous injuries that I have had. But one of the reasons why this one is particularly different is because I can still feel the impact of that injury up to today. It is very, very obvious. I think for a fact it might actually make me less of an athlete because the the effect is very, very visible, and I think it might even affect me later in the future because of the impact. This particular injury, I think I had it a few days after our valedictory event during my secondary school days. So I just finished secondary school then, and we did our valedictory service, and then the second day I was supposed to go back to school to pick up the pictures that I took. I actually only took one picture, so I was told not to go. I was told not to go to school on that very, very day, but so I sneaked out of the house and I went with my siblings to the school because I couldn't leave them at home. I was actually told not to go because of my siblings because they were home. I was supposed to stay with them. So I went to school by disobeying their instructions. So on getting to school, we played a bit, I collected my picture, and then we decided to play football. So while playing football, I had an injury. So this injury I'm talking about was actually obtained while playing football. And for a fact, I don't usually play football because I don't really like it. So, or should I say I'm not good at it? So, I don't play football very often. So, I could still remember the guy's name. His name is Malik. He wore an all-star shoe. So, I was trying to attack him from behind. It's kind of strange. I didn't know how this thing happened, but I knew I I rushed into him, and so my leg actually hit the end of his all-star shoe. And I don't know, it was just so hard that it felt as though my leg broke that day. So I was in so much pain on that particular day. I had to limp home. I was actually helped by one of my friends. So he helped me through till we got home. But I was even trying to hide the injury when I got home because I was actually told not to go out. So I went out and then I obtained an injury after going out. So I was trying to hide the injury, but it was so obvious. I couldn't even walk. So I was limping around there. So eventually they got to know. They couldn't beat me. I was a big boy then, so they were like, at least you got the payment for disobeying us. So I just used some hot water to mop the leg a little bit, and it actually felt calm. And since then, I've not been feeling so much pain from it. But there's a little bit of flip. The leg actually caused a little bit of bump. Like on a normal day, my leg is actually very flat, but I can actually feel a little bit of lump. Probably the bone is not properly placed, something like that. So it's kind of high a little bit. So this part of my leg, this is now how it actually always look like. But since since that injury, it has been a little bit bumpy. This is what my leg actually looked like, very flat. But since then, I've had this little um, should I call it upturn? My leg kind of bump out a little bit, so I feel like the bone are not properly placed since then. So that's why I said it might actually affect me later in the future. So the injury is still there. So these are one of the injuries that I get to remember almost every day. The end. If you have actually watched this video to this point, I think it's only fair that you subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.